And as I'm telling you guys this, like, I'm sharing this to myself. Sometimes I'm like, no, I got to get this done. No, I don't want this to be piling up on my list of tasks, you know. But I'm working on it. And while doing so, promise me that you also will be working on it as well. So if you know me, you know me. If I have something to do, I like to just do it and get it out of the way. I don't like having things hovering over me. I don't like it. But sometimes it can be frustrating and stressful sometimes, especially to myself, because I'm always pushing myself, because I know I can do better at everything that I put my Hey besties, welcome back to another video. I'm your girl Shantel, and today I'm going to share with you some tips on how you can navigate your way through 2024 and how these tips have basically helped me in bettering myself and also my life. And I'm like, why not share them with you guys as well? Also, you're probably going to see this video before the end of 2023, so happy holidays to everyone and all the blessings to you and your family going on to the new year of 2024. Now let's jump right into this video. All right, so here are some tips in navigating your way in achieving your goals in 2024. I also use them in my day-to-day regimen, so to better myself. So I'm like, why not share them with you guys? Like, you're part of a family and I want to see the best for each and every one of you, right? So let me just put this to use. The first step in becoming a better version of yourself is listening to your body. Know when to take breaks, right? Some of us, like myself, I speak for myself because I don't know about you guys. I speak for myself. I'm a workaholic, all right? I like to get things done. I don't like having things on my list and not being able to get it done, get it started immediately and out of the way. I don't like having things on my plate and knowing like it's bothering me at the back of my head. It's bothering me and keep on reminding myself, oh, I have to do this, I have to do that. Oh, I gotta take the car to wash. Oh, I have to do laundry. I don't like have tasks on my list when I know I can easily get them done, right? So I have a tendency to like work a lot on to to just wanting to get things done now, and you know, and not realizing or listening to my body say, hey, you need to take a break or take a breather sometime or slow down, because we do have to remember sometimes that we need to slow down, especially as human beings. We can get overwhelmed at times, and to me, I need to do better in that area. And I'm sure some of you guys and ladies can also relate to what I'm saying. I don't like having too much on my plate to do. I like to just do it and just get it out of the way so I can focus on other important things. So in the year coming of 2024, I'm also aiming to learn how to manage my time wisely and not putting too much pressure on myself. Sometimes I make like simple mistakes and I really like blame myself, and you know, doing that all the time. I don't blame others for mistakes that I make, because at the end of the day, we're all human. And I know some of these mistakes can be prevented, but how are we going to learn unless we make mistakes, right? But at the same time, I'm saying, hey, if you put too much pressure, too much stress on the body, and remember you only have one body, and if you don't take care of it, then how is it going to take care of you, right? So learn to take a break, learn to take a breather, slow down, listen to your body whenever it speaks. The body literally tells you what is happening to you, what is going on with you. If you're having a migraine at the front of your cranium or wherever it may be, it could be saying like, hey, you need to get some rest, you need to put in your 9 to 10 hours of sleep, at least 6 hours of sleep at least, right? And sometimes we have a tendency to ignore that, especially if we work out daily. You know, our body needs the time to recover and to heal and to go again at it. So this coming year, learn to listen to your body. Take a break when it's needed. When you need to take a break, do not ignore the sign. So take a break, learn to take a break. Do not overwork yourself, do not overwhelm yourself, and always take it one step at a time. Remember, everything don't bloom in one season. Everything has its season, so take your time. And as I'm telling you guys this, like, I'm sharing this to myself. Sometimes I'm like, no, I got to get this done. No, I don't want this to be piled up on my list of tasks, you know, but I'm working on it. I'm working on it, and while doing so, promise me that you also will be working on it as well. So if you know me, you know me. If I have something to do, I like to just do it and get it out of the way. I don't like having things hovering over me. I don't like it, but sometimes it can be frustrating and stressful sometimes, especially to myself, because I'm always pushing myself, because I know I can do better at everything that I put my mind to. I can do better. So I have a tendency to stress out myself at times, because I want to just get things done and get it done now. So I am definitely working on that for 2024, and by doing so, taking it one step at a time, because I really want to be a better version of myself as I grow into a beautiful woman, a beautiful human being each and every year, right? I'm definitely taking it one step at a time, because I don't want to stress. I don't want to stress the body. I don't want to stress, you know, unnecessarily stress myself. So I'm definitely going to work on that. So please take that into consideration. Take a break when you need to take a break. Sometimes babe, I have to tell them, like, hey, make sure you rest tomorrow, you know. Like, that's just me. I just like to push myself, but I'm definitely working on it. And yeah, for 2024, that will be on my list of things to work on in becoming a better version of myself. So take my advice from now, do not ignore the signs. So the next thing, or the next step, I can't even speak anymore. The next step into taking into consideration in becoming a better version of yourself is doing daily stretches. I know this might seem cliche or seem unimportant, but it's super important in practicing to do stretches with the body and breathing technique. I know it might seem simple, but as we age, as we get older, the body have a tendency not to operate as we're used to operate. And I can say that because I'm approaching my 30s now. Like, your girl is becoming a full woman. I'm excited. But as we approach our 30s, or as I approach my 30s, I realize that my body cannot keep up with doing certain things like stretches or poses or lifting as I might be able to do as my younger self. Like, I lift an item, I'm like, I felt like I hurt my back or something. I'm like, I'm like, no, this is crazy. I'm worrying and saying, is it because I'm getting older or what? And I was like watching videos and documentary or something on TikTok or something, and someone was saying the same thing, like this fitness coach, and I'm like, that makes sense, right? So I am a person, I love doing yoga from ever since like college days. I always do my stretches. Sometimes I might not be consistent as I want to, but doing stretches in the morning and in the evening truly makes a difference. It also helps to retain like youthfulness in the body. You benefit from becoming more flexible, so your youthfulness, flexibility increases for those couples who, you know what I mean. So your flexibility increases and also helps in blood circulation. And by doing these morning stretches, you're looking well. Like, look at me, and I'm almost 30. Like, come on. When they say black don't want crack, but trust me, it's all in the stretches, trying to keep healthy, trying to do your best, and taking care of your temple, which is truly important. So take my advice, learn to stretch like in the early mornings. It doesn't have to be like 20 minutes or you know that length of time, because we know we work on a day-to-day basis, we're an adults, or we have things to do. So you can do like a 5-minute stretch, you know, get the body rolling, get the body moving, get ready to take on the task of the day, and you will feel so good. You just feel elevated, you just feel light. You know, sometimes our shoulders feel so heavy, like literally it feels heavy or burden, like you're carrying around a lot of stress and worries, and all the body is telling you to do. Did you know, fun fact, did you know that our shoulders, sometimes our shoulders are tense? That's the stress we're taking around with us. Did you know that? That's crazy. So sometimes we wonder, why are we so tense, why are we so stressed, why are we feel so burdened down? The body is speaking to you, and it goes back to the first point. Listen to your body. The body is literally saying, hey, I am tired, I'm frustrated, I'm stressed, I'm worn down, I need to work out, I need to stretch, I need to get something, I need to have a sense of release, right? And stretching and breathing techniques really help me, in the sense like help me with my mobility. Sometimes persons are in their 40s, or I want to look good. People in their 40s and in their 50s and their 30s, and they're crying about arthritis, all these pain, listen, get your mobility going for the year 2024. Trust me, when you start doing it, comment below, let me know if you're someone who actually stretches on a daily, and let me see if you can relate to what I'm saying, because it truly makes a difference in your life and your mobility on a day-to-day basis. So you're welcome. So stretching will help you in becoming a better version of yourself, and also stretching before going to bed also give you a better night's rest. So if you're someone who like struggles with insomnia, struggles with falling asleep, like all you gotta do is just stretch or practice some breathing technique and put on some white noise, and it will help. Trust me. And you can comment and say, hey Shantel, thank you for helping me with my insomnia. You're welcome, baby, you're welcome. And how do I know this? Because I encountered insomnia too at one point in life, and that's when I wasn't really stretching as much as I should, or wasn't really being active as I should, or as I normally am. So, and we all encounter it at one point in life, especially when you're in college, or especially when you're just starting a new journey in your life, one way or the other. So you're welcome. So that's why I'm able to share it with you as well. And the next point in becoming a better version of yourself is limiting your sugar intake. I know it may seem simple, but some of us struggle with sugar intake. Some of us weakness might not be coffee. Some of us weakness might not be, let's see, cheese. Some of us weakness is sugar, and that's the truth, right? And that's okay. That's okay, because we're gonna fix it in 2024, right? We're working on it. We're working our way up. So let's start. So I think I wasn't so crazy before I changed my diet like 5 years ago, before I become a pescatarian. I wasn't a crazy sugar intake person. Like, I wasn't like feasting, but I love. If you're from Jamaica, you know this drink called ginger beer. I was a soda person. Like, yeah, I love anything carbonated, like any soda, like drink, carbonated drink, any frizzy drink. That was me. Like, you know, anything can burst like a gas. Yeah. I was obsessed with ginger beer, and I think it's like a family thing, or it's a Jamaican thing. You know, we have all these frizzy slash sodas that that are more affordable and cheap, and you know, easily can belch, or you know, if you know, you know, right? I used to love ginger beer so much, and I think because we weren't cultured properly, knowing, you know, we don't really care what we consume on a daily, I have a tendency to drink a lot of frizzy drinks, or soda, some people might call it. So what I realized, me exposing myself and intaking all that sugar leads to me breaking out. If you know me when I was younger, and I also did a video on how I got rid of my acne and all that, I had terrible skin condition, terrible acne, terrible acne. At one point I started using treatments that also leads to bleaching my skin, changing my skin tone. Listen, it was torture. So I encountered terrible skin, like acne. It was awful, and I think main reason why is because I was eating a lot of sweets, and I was eating unhealthy. I didn't really have a good relationship with food, and I've learned that over the past years, cleansing my body, having good gut health, and a cleaner gut leads to a better skin, better health, better feeling better overall, and looking better overall. Like, only if I knew earlier while I was younger, then I wouldn't have to go through it. But I'm just glad that I went through all of that when I was younger, so now I am here able to share that story with you, right? So give thanks. We all go through something to learn from the experience so we can share it with others, right? So if you struggle, or you don't think you struggle, but on a day-to-day basis you realize like, hey, I can't do without a frizzy drinks or soda or ice cream or something sweet, and trust me, it's not that I'm bashing anybody who love the sugar or anything, no, but take it into moderation, because it's leading you to a road that unhealthy. It's very unhealthy. Like, yeah, I'm just gonna be real with you. It's very unhealthy. I'm not bashing anyone, but just work on it. Remember, we are working in becoming a better version of ourselves in 2024 and beyond. All right, not just 2024. So work on limiting your sugar intake. I have a sibling. Yes, I'm going to make reference. I have a sibling, my younger brother. That guy loved drinks, and the same thing that I went through with breaking out with acne and all of that because of my sugar intake on a larger scale than usual was literally deteriorating my bones and my skin, right? You could literally see it. It's the same thing happening to him right now as we speak. Like, frizzy drinks and soda, that's his weakness. That's my younger brother, and no matter how I talk to him about it, my guy's like, okay, I'm gonna stop, and then next few hours or give him a couple minutes, you just see him drinking another soda. Like, tell me, it's a sickness, and I quote by Abba. I quote by Abba, it is a sickness. It is a sickness. I'm telling you. But it's bad. So trust me, if you're encountering terrible breakouts, or you might be overweight, it's probably because your sugar intake is beyond the norm. So my advice in 2024, what we're going to do, we're going to work on it. We're working on it, right? We're working on it. So, you know, cut it down a little by little as you go along, as you consume on a daily. Let's just try try to cut it. All right. And the next point may seem redundant, may seem cliche, but yes, it needs to be said, it needs to be reminded, it needs to put it in someone's skull. Be kind. You have to learn to be kind to one another. I'm trust me, I am such an empath, and that's the reason why I choose to live alone, to be alone, to protect my energy from outside influence, because I am too kind, and people might take that for advantage, take it as, you know, opportunity to take advantage of the person I am. And I've been told many times, like, you're too kind, you're very kind, you're so optimistic, oh my god, why are you so nice, blah blah blah. And it's like, being nice and being kind to other people, it's like it's a problem. That's just naturally all I am. That's just naturally who I am and who I choose to be, because it's in the eyes of God, and I rather to be like that, right? So being an empath, and you tend to be very sensitive to people emotion, right? Especially my job as an educator. Listen, let me not get into that, but be kind. Learn to be kind to one another, because karma is a thing, and God don't like mean people, okay? God don't like people who are mean or bad mind, who are jealous, who are negative all the time, who are pessimists. Ugh. People who are like that are not needed. All right, God do not like that. So why am I going to go around with being bitter or and being cruel to others? So I choose to be kind. I am still working on setting better boundaries with people, and by doing so, I have a tendency to take away myself from others who are out there who want to hurt me, because I like to just, you know, be by myself. And sometimes nothing is wrong with that. If I don't want to be alone, then I go hang out with friends or just go outside or do whatever. But I like to be in control of my environment and be around the people who deserve to experience my energy and experience my aura, experience my kindness. People who are not going to take advantage of me, and you know, vice versa. And people who actually want to see you in being a better version of yourself, or being your best self, and just being able to just express yourself without any judgments. All right, so that's what I gravitate to mostly. And in 2024, we are going to learn to be kind. Even if you know you're someone who's always being that pessimistic person in the group, let's work on it, because the world is already cruel enough, right? The world is already cruel enough. Anybody wants anybody to add to that pot that's boiling over, and nobody want that. Nobody don't want any more chaos like in your life. Like, save the drama, all right? So let's learn on being kind. Be fair to one another. If someone treats you well, the simplest thing you can show is to just reciprocate that kindness. Like, but it's so hard. Why people are like this, right? Moving on to the next point. I need to let go of grudges. What happened in the past is in the past for a reason, and we can't change it, and we just need to learn how to let go and move on. Listen, back in the past, I could sit here for like forever and list the terrible, traumatizing things that happened to me in the past, in my family, with friends, or just a regular day-to-day at work, you know, things. I could just here and just sit here the entire time I just talk about them, but I choose not to. You know why? Because what happened in the past happened for a reason, for you to learn from all of that. Grudges, listen, grudges, if you're going to hold grudges, it's just going to stress you out even more. It's going to kill you faster, and that's what we don't want. Ain't nobody wants to die before their age. We just want to live and enjoy life, done it, innit? But if you're going to hold grudge because of what happened to you in the past, baby, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Whatever happened to you in the past, learn from that mistake, learn from that experience, learn from that traumatizing experience, and move on. Yeah, learn to let it go, because it's just going to kill you faster. Trust me. I used to be like that girl. To me, I remember, but I don't hold grudges. But it's like I'm never ever going to forget. But I always do good regardless of what happened to me or another person. It could be a family member or a stranger. If it's a stranger, it's like less effect it's going to have on me. But if it's a family member and it's someone that you really love and you thought that person really cared about you, child. But trust me, it's not worth it at the end of the day. So just take my advice, learn from the experience, and learn to let go. Pray about it. If you have to fast about it. If you're a person who likes to do confrontation, talk to the other person about it. If the person is not someone who have encountered the situation with, if that person is not someone who you can speak to, that simply means like it's not worth your time and it's not worth your energy. So just move on and just tell God, say, hey God, help me to let this go. You know, give me a piece of a mind, a peace of mind, a heart like thine. You know, pray about it, talk to him about it, and just and just move on, because this world is filled with a lot of chaos, a lot of people, a lot of assholes. Listen, and some things people will do to piss you off is just irritating sometimes. But as I said, in 2024 we're going to learn to let go of all those grudges. We're going to learn to let go of the past, because we don't want the past to kill us. What happened in the past stays in the past, and we move on. Focus on now. Focus on the present moment. Focus on how you can evolve and be better in the future. Prepare yourself for greatness, for greater opportunity, for better things, better accomplishments. So make room for that and let go of the grudges. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Now on to the next point. Treat yourself. Learn to treat yourself. Learn to take care of yourself. If I was someone who like always put people first, always like give people the last. If I have a certain amount of money in my account, I'm like, wow, how can I do this now? This particular person is in need, and you know they call on you, and I used to like just give it regardless. I'm like, God will work out something, and then just me there, you know, put myself in a uncomfortable situation that I know is not right, but I have a tendency to, as I said, I'm an empath, and so you know. I have a tendency to just always put people first, and always just want to take care of people, and you know, they just never reciprocate that. But always learn to just treat yourself. And I never really treat myself other than just like, you know what, I'm going to buy myself a drink, or I'm just going to buy myself something to eat or something to snack on. That's all I go about treating myself. And then I learned like in the coming years, I'm like, you know, I don't really proper treat myself as though I'm supposed to. I work so hard. Like, I work so hard to get to the level that I'm at, to the place that I'm at now. I work so hard, and I'm like, sometimes I have to convince myself, say, hey, you deserve this. If I'm supposed to like buy myself a new jewelry or about myself a new shoe or something, I have to remind myself, said, hey, you deserve these, you deserve these. And that's crazy. Like, why would I have to convince myself saying that I deserve this? Because then I work hard for it, you know. And to me, whenever it comes down to giving other people stuff, is like, freely give them, like, you get what I'm saying? But I'm learning in 2024 to treat myself more. I already started treating myself, but treating yourself, even if you're on a budget, learn to treat yourself. Even if it's buying a new equipment, like even if it's going to the gym, or even if it's a self-care routine, or even if it's proper taking care of your hair, or even if it's buying a high-end cologne, because I'm a cologne girl, I love colognes, or body spray, or whatever it may be, or even if it's to buy yourself a new furniture, whatever, or a new jewelry. Treat yourself. You work hard for whatever you have, and you deserve it. At the end of the day, if you don't treat yourself, then who do you expect to treat you? If you don't show other people how you treat yourself and how you love on your own self, or love on yourself, how do you expect your partner or those who actually care about you to show and to reciprocate that love and to love on you? Like, how? Make it make sense, right? And the last and final one is to declutter your room, declutter your space, declutter your space, tidy every day. I wanted to give like 5 points and I ended up giving 7. What? Declutter your space. Like, if you don't have a clean space, how are you going to function and operate? Like, I just can't. If you know me personally, you know I'm a person who would love to keep a clean space. The first thing I get up in the morning, I have to make my bed. I have to make my bed in the morning. If I'm not doing anything else that day, if I said, you know what, this is just a dumb day, like, I'm just going to waste today. I'm not going to do anything. I have to get up, have to make my bed. I have to, right? If my space is not clean or it's not tidy, I'm going to feel uncomfortable. My headspace is going to feel messy. I'm unable to function and carry out tasks effectively and efficiently the way I want to. It's crazy, but that's me. Like, so listen, some persons like to have a messy space, but not this girl. No, not this girl. Nothing get me more upset than having a messy space. Listen, there's a reason why I live on my own. There's a reason why I'm like, yeah, I need to be motivated to move. There's a reason why I move out of my parents' house, so I can have my own space and I can be in control. I can navigate the way I want to navigate and to do my own thing, right? So I find like clean up my area, I find complete happiness in doing that. Like, in cleaning, I enjoy cleaning, right? Because at the end of the day, when I lay down and I cross my legs and I light a candle and I turn on a movie, child, ain't nothing else feels better than having a clean space. And if you understand, comment below, let me know if you understand, because something about that, something about the pine sauce, something about the bleach, something about the vinegar, something about those aromas, like something about cleaning and having a fresh space. Your mind is at ease, at least for me, that is. So those are some tips that I have to share with you, ladies, men, peeps, for today. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you do, please remember to comment below and subscribe and like this video, and let me know what are some tips or some things you're planning on doing for the upcoming year, for the upcoming new year. All right, so see you in the next one. Mwah. Bye guys.